Alright guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing chapter 4, Managing Marketing Environment for COMM 223. So let's talk about the legend. So anything already in yellow, highlighted in yellow, is our chapter title. Anything highlighted in blue is our heading for that chapter. Anything in green is our subheading, and that's our legend. So the main points: 1. Explain the importance of information and gaining insights about the marketplace and customers. 2. Define the marketing information system and discuss its parts. 3. Outline the steps in the marketing research process. 4. Explain how companies analyze and use marketing information. 5. Discuss the special issues some marketing researchers face, including public policy and ethics issue. So let's start with number 1. Marketing information and customer insights. To create value for customers and build meaningful relationships with them, marketers must first gain fresh, deep insights into what customers need and want. So marketers gain insight to what customers need and want. An example of this is the Apple AirPod. Apple's research uncovered two key insights. People wanted personal music players that let them take all their music with them, and they wanted to be able to listen to it unobstructively. Apple applied its marketing to create the successful iPod, which played music and was very useful in the way that you can transport it anywhere. So it was highly accessible for that, compared to, I believe it was the Walkman or whatever they had back then, which was a large thing to carry around, which was not very efficient for many customers. So the real value of marketing research and marketing information lies in how it is used. Customer insight. Understanding of customers in the marketplace derived from marketing information that becomes the basis for creating customer value and relationships. Customer insights groups. They collect customer and market information from a wide variety of sources. So that's number 1. Let's go to number 2. Marketing information system. Companies must design effective marketing information systems that give managers the right information. Marketing information systems, MIS, it's people and procedures dedicated to assessing information needs, developing the needed information, and helping decision makes us use the information to generate and validate actionable customer and market insights. So here's a diagram explaining the marketing managers and other information users and our marketing information system. So we could see the use of marketing information system on the left in yellow, assessing information needs. That goes and helps with the developing needed information, such as internal databases, marketing intelligence, and marketing research. That also goes down with the downward arrow in green to the market environment, which uses target markets, marketing channels, competitors, publics, and macro environment forces. So let me just highlight that so you guys could see. And so yeah, you guys could pause it and analyze this diagram if you really want to make sure all the details and all the arrows. But that's pretty much it. I'll explain some of it in the following parts. So the figure shows that MIS begins and ends with the information users. 1. It interacts with these information users to assess information needs. 2. It interacts with the marketing environment to develop needed information through internal company databases, marketing intelligence, activities, and market research. So this is in green. So whatever is right here is our step number 2. Then 3, finally, MIS helps users analyze and use the information to develop customer insights, make marketing decisions, and manage customer relationships. So is that, yeah. So assessing marketing information needs. Marketing information system primarily serves the company marketing and other managers. A good MIS balances the information users would like to have against what they really need and what is feasible to offer. The marketing information system must monitor the marketing environment to provide decision makers with information they should have to better understand customers and make key marketing decisions. Companies must decide whether the value of insights gained from additional information is worth the cost of providing it. So let me highlight that. So companies must decide if the value of insights gained is worth this cost of providing it, and both value and cost are often hard to assess. So, developing marketing information, marketers can obtain the needed information from internal data, marketing intelligence, and marketing research. So, internal data, companies build internal databases, electronic collections of consumer and market information obtained from data sources within the company's network. The marketing department furnishes information on customer characteristics, sales transactions, and website visits. The customer service department keeps records of customer satisfaction or service problems. The accounting department provides detailed records of sales, costs, and cash flows. The operation department reports on production, shipment, and inventories. So that's all the departments. I'll just highlight them in purple. So, marketing department, the customer service department, the accounting department, and the operation department. So, competitive marketing intelligence. This involves the systemic collection and analysis of publicly available information about consumers, competitors, and development in the marketplace. The goal is to improve strategic decision making by understanding the consumer environment, tracking competitors' actions, and providing warning to opportunities and threats. Chief Listing Officer is they are used to make sure the right people in the organization are aware of what the conversation on the web are saying about the organization. So many large companies have a chief listing officer that makes sure that the organization is aware of what the public is saying, because that's the most important part of the conversation. So the intelligence game goes both ways. That most companies are taking steps to protect their own information. Example of this is Apple. So Apple is obsessed with secrecy. Apple wants new products to remain in stealth mode until their release dates. This is for competitive advantage and for marketing purposes. Companies' growing use of marketing intelligence needs to be aware of ethical issues. So 3, marketing research. Marketing research is the systemic design, collection, analysis, and reporting of data relevant to a specific marketing situation facing an organization. The marketing research process has 4 steps. Step 1, defining the problem and research objectives. Step 2, developing the research plan. Step 3, implementing the research plan. And then step 4, interpreting and reporting the findings. So this is the marketing research process. Let me just highlight the marketing research process, 4 steps. So you could see in the diagram right below, these are the 4 steps. So let's start and explain them. So defining the problem and research objectives. Marketing managers and researchers must work closely together to define the problem and agree on research objectives. Exploratory research. It's the marketing research to gather preliminary information that will help define problems and suggest hypotheses. Descriptive research. It's used to describe things such as the market potential for a product or the demographics and attitudes of consumers who buy the product. Causal research. This is used to test hypotheses about cause and effect relationships. So, developing the research plan. The research plan outlines sources of existing data and spells out the specific research approaches, contact methods, sampling plans, and instruments that researchers will use to gather data. So let me highlight that. Research plan outlines sources of existing data and spells out specific research approaches and the instruments that the researchers will use to gather data. The proposed research might call for the following information: demographic, economic, and lifestyle characteristics of current customers, characteristics and usage of the broader population, forecasts of sales of both new and current products, and estimated research costs. The research plan can call for gathering secondary data and primary data. Secondary data consists of information that already exists somewhere, having been collected for another purpose. Primary data consists of information collected for the specific purpose at hand. Gathering secondary data. The company's internal database provides a good starting point. Secondary data is obtained more quickly and at a lower cost than primary data. So before I do this, let me just highlight So I'll make sure you guys understand that secondary data consists of information that already exists, and primary data consists of information collected for the specific purpose at hand. Alright, so you guys should already know what secondary and primary data is through many courses before this class. So just in case, I highlighted them for you guys. So the company can also tap into a wide assortment of external information sources, such as using commercial online databases or internet search engines. The researcher must evaluate secondary information to make sure it's relevant, this fits the research project needs, it's accurate, which is reliable, collected, and reported, current, up to date enough for current decisions, and impartial, objectively collected and reported with no biases. So primary data collection. Designing a plan for primary data collection calls for a number of decisions. Research approaches. Observation is observing relevant people, actions, and situations. Surveys is asking a set of standardized questions to a sample of individuals. Your sample also wants to be close to the population, which your population is your target audience. Experiments is selecting matched groups of subjects, giving them different treatments, controlling unrelated factors, and checking for differences in group responses. Contact methods, you have your mail, so mail questionnaires to collect large amounts. You have the telephone, so interviewing for difficult questions and greater answers through the telephone. Personal interviewing involves talking with people to explore issues and ask difficult questions. Online marketing research, it's through internet surveys, online panels, experiments, and online focus groups and brand communities. So sampling plan. A sample is a segment of the population selected for marketing research to represent the population as a whole. So a segment of the population, which is represent the population as a whole. The sample should represent the population accurately. Who will we be studying? How many people should we study? Our sample size. And how should the people in the sample be chosen? Your sampling procedure. So research instruments, you have questionnaires, which are closed-ended questions. Closed-ended means multiple choice and scale questions, like ranking this from 1 to 10, or how do you feel from 1 to 10? How do you feel about this certain subject or scenario? Open-ended questions is answers in their own words. So please explain why, or how do you feel about this, or what would you do in this situation? So it's more of a long answer. Mechanical instruments, you have neural marketing, so using MRIs or other like scientific information or scientific instruments into marketing to see how the consumers behave neurologically. So let's say an example of this, I believe, maybe is how the eyes are more attracted to red or yellow, and that's a reason why taxis are yellow, because it is actually proven through neural marketing that yellow is the most attractive color when it comes to cars and with lighting and all of that. So implementing the research plan. So implementing involves collecting, processing, and analyzing the information. Researchers must analyze collected data and check for accuracy and completeness. Researcher tabulates the results and computes statistical measures. Interpreting and reporting the findings. Researchers must interpret the findings, draw conclusions, and report them to management. Findings can be interpreted in different ways. Managers and researchers must work together closely when interpreting research results. So 4, analyzing and using marketing information. Once the information has been processed and analyzed, we look deeper into analyzing and using marketing information. Customer relationship management. The best companies capture information at every possible customer touchpoint, such as customer purchases, your Salesforce contacts, service and support calls, online site visits, satisfaction surveys, credit and payment interactions, and market research studies. CRM are used to manage detailed information about individual customers and maximize customer loyalty. Data warehouses, it's a database of detailed customer information. Data mining is analyzing large databases in order to generate new information. Distributing and using marketing information. Marketing information has no value until it is used to gain customer insight. So let me highlight that in green. Marketing information has no value until it is used to gain customer insights. So CRM systems provide access to research and intelligence information, customer contact information, reports, and shared work documents. So 5 other marketing information considerations. This section discusses marketing information in 2 special contexts: marketing research in small businesses and nonprofit organizations, and internal marketing. Marketing research in small businesses and nonprofit organizations. Small businesses and not for profit organizations can obtain good marketing insights through observation of informal surveys using small, convenient samples. Secondary collection can be used effectively by small organizations with small budgets. Managers must recognize the biases introduced by smaller samples and less skilled researchers and conduct the research systemically. So, international marketing research. Well, international researchers follow the same steps as domestic researchers, from defining the problem and developing a research plan to report the results. In foreign markets, the international research may be difficult time finding good secondary data, because in many foreign markets other than Canada and the US, they might not have as many accessible data, secondary data online and other information like that. So translating a questionnaire from one language to another is also difficult. Consumers in different countries vary in their attitudes towards marketing research, as compared to here, maybe somewhere in Europe they are really against it and they find marketing research a lot more annoying and intrusive to their own personal space. So you just have to watch out with that. So public policy and ethics in the marketing research. So the misuse of marketing research can also harm or annoy consumers. Intrusions on consumer privacy. So some consumers mistrust and resent marketing research. They fear that marketers are building huge databases full of personal information. So you could see this with many social media companies using our information, and that's been more aware of in the past going years. So failure to address privacy issues could result in angry, less cooperative consumers and increased government intervention. Most major companies have a chief privacy officer whose job is to safeguard the privacy of consumers who do business with the company. Misuse of research findings. In some cases, surveys appear to be specifically designed to produce a specific result. The Marketing Research Association have developed codes of research, ethics, and standards of conduct. Each company must accept responsibility for the conduct and reporting of its own marketing research. So that's it for chapter 4. Thank you.